Hi everyone, Rosie here. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome to a long weekend vlog. It's Thanksgiving weekend in Canada, so I've got Monday off work. I'm not sure how much reading I'm going to get done this weekend because even though it's just the two of us this year, my partner and I have pretty big Thanksgiving plans. We both like our food a lot, but you know what? We'll see. I'll see how much reading I get done, see how much is just me talking about food, but either way, I hope you have a good time. It's after work on Friday now. I'm just going for my after work walk, which I'm not perfect, but I try and go fairly often, so I'm listening to Spook. I can't remember which it is, by Roach. It's about the science of the afterlife, and it's really interesting, so very spooky, but like in a science and not actually a scary way. So I'm gonna keep doing that. I don't usually order takeout on a Friday night, but you know what? I'm totally uninspired by everything except the 9-kilogram turkey I'm gonna cook. So we got pizza and we're watching Great British Bake Off because I've recently introduced Bear to GBVO and he's fallen in love. So if he would get back over here from getting cutlery, we could say, what's your 15-second opinion of Bake Off so far?
I like it. I don't bake, but it's an entertaining show. Less than 15 seconds.
Yes, very good job. This match, we battled the question mark number of years of dirt built up inside of our oven, so that was disgusting and felt very adult. And as a reward, I'm gonna have a little bath. I'm going to try and finish chapters, I think 13 through 14 of Bringing Down the Duke. I'm going to have a bath bomb. This is Bat Art from Lush's Halloween collection. Usually I would cut it in half and save half for Bear, but I'm gonna be greedy tonight and have all of it, so that should be nice. Sorry if you can hear the washer in the background, but it's Saturday morning, so laundry's gotta happen. I don't think I did a very good job of actually introducing the books I'm reading right now last night, so I'm gonna rewind, do that again quickly. I'm reading Spook, the Science of the Afterlife or something, by Roach. Really, really interesting. It's about like all the science that's being done trying to be like, oh, can we identify the soul? Can we like scientifically see whether ghosts are real, that type of stuff. Both like modern science and then also like what was done historically. So that's really interesting. I've got about an hour of that left and I'm gonna listen to it as soon as I finish filming this while I clean the kitchen. I also last night said I was reading Bringing Down the Duke. Anyway, I'm reading Bringing Down the Duke by Evie Dunmore. I'm doing a read along with Crystal from Crystal's Bookish Life and Lana from Lana Ex Libris. So if I didn't do this last time, links up and down and stuff, you know the drill. That's really cute. I read up through chapter 16 last night, which is what we're reading this week for our buddy read, and I'm really getting into it. I didn't dislike it from the start, but it wasn't an immediate love for me, so I'm more excited and I can't wait to keep reading that on Monday. But like I said, I've caught up to where we're reading this week, so I'm gonna put that on pause. Then I forgot to vlog about this, but before bed I was reading The Mercies by Kiran Millwood Hargrave, which I'm almost done. I just finished chapter 35 last night at 40, so I'm so pumped to finish that. I think once I've cleaned the kitchen and gotten some cooking stuff started, I'm going to power through the last 5 chapters because it is nothing like what I expected. I'm actually not totally sure what I expected, but it was not this, and it's awesome, and I am so excited about it. Okay, making good progress on everything I want to get done today, so I'm gonna take a bit of a break and finish The Mercies. Basically, I don't have that much left, and I am fascinated to see where this is gonna end. I finished The Mercies. It was amazing. This book started slow and I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about it, and I still don't really know how I feel about it. I know that I loved it. I know that it was a 5-star read, but I'm also just like, what was that? I have no idea what I just read. That was incredible, but what was that? finishing books all over the place today. Not surprising, because I only had an hour left of this audiobook this morning, and it's now like after 3 p.m. But like, you know what? I finished Spook. It was good. I feel weird saying this because in my last wrap up, which I will link, I was very much like, oh, I'm not enjoying, I didn't like this book, in which the narrator goes and visits different people and talks about different stuff about his topic. But I think the reason I like it in this case is that it's all very focused. So yes, the author, Mary Roach, does like go and visit people and like hear about their science and like experience stuff with them and all that sort of stuff. It's not scatterbrained at all. It's all very focused around a theme, and each chapter is very focused. So there's no sort of like hugely weird jumps that don't return within chapters. Anyway, it was enjoyable. It was light. It's fun. I couldn't decide what audiobook to listen to next, so I procrastinated and watched a bunch of booktube videos while I finished making my apple cake. I did the dishes because then I could use the measuring cups, which were all dirty. So now I'm working on cranberry sauce. This is probably an absurd amount of work to be going to for 2 people's Thanksgiving dinner, when realistically I could make like a chicken, 1 starch, 2 veg, and everyone would be thrilled. But like, you know what? If you don't go crazy at Thanksgiving, when do you go crazy? If you don't make ridiculous amounts of food and eat it for a week at Thanksgiving, when do you? Really haven't had much time to read today. I've been pretty busy with cooking. I mean, self-imposed busy, but like still. I finished 2 books today, so that should leave me like excited to start new stuff. But instead I feel like I'm in a weird limbo a bit, because starting Monday, I'll have more Bringing Down the Duke to read. And I'm so looking forward to that. And I kind of want to get ahead, but I also like don't want to get confused for our discussion tomorrow, so I'm not going to do that. Then Tuesday I have another book I want to start for another video, but I don't want to overlap filming it with this one, so I don't want to start that book yet. I don't know, I just feel like I don't quite have time for a whole book, but also I'm not quite sure what to read right now. I don't know, if I don't come up with a better idea, I think I'm going to start with Samskara, A Rite for a Dead Man by author whose name I forget. So I might start that. I don't know if I'm gonna like it, and honestly I don't know if I'm gonna finish it because I have a lot of reading on my plate right now, and I'm kind of tempted to maybe just say try a couple chapters, see how I'm getting on, and then I can decide if I want to prioritize it for the rest of the month or not. Good morning. I'm gonna try and do a better job of filming today because I have a sneaking suspicion that I got like 3 clips and nothing else yesterday. It'll probably be mostly B-roll of me cooking, because if yesterday was a good intense cooking day, today is like game day. We're going for it. There's a plan. It's most of a sheet of loose leaf long. We got stuff to cook. So let's get started with that. And hopefully maybe I'll have time to listen to an audiobook while I do it. I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep reporting back. This might be a food vlog, not a reading vlog. Sorry for tricking you. All right, prep going well. I'm baking pies with my sister via FaceTime, and I've skipped the pie crust because I don't need that in my life. I just need pumpkin pie filling, and I'm gonna put whipped cream on it. Well, so far I'm doing just as badly at yesterday at actually filming things, but I did have a really nice like 4-hour call with my sister, which was lovely, and we've actually made really good progress on our cooking. Bear has been an excellent sous chef today, so even though it's only 2 p.m. and I'm not done everything, I'm going to sit down and have a little break because I'm very tired, and I'm going to start reading The Case of the Missing Men. That might be backwards, I don't know. Basically, yes, I am already reading multiple books, but I feel like starting this. I started Samskara. I'm like 20 pages in, and so far, 1, I need to do some Googling on Hinduism, but overall it's interesting, and I think I'm going to enjoy it. So I'll keep reading that, but I'm not really feeling like something heavy right now. So this is like a mystery story in graphic novel format, and that sounds lovely. Unsurprisingly, since it's a graphic novel, I think this one's going to be a very quick read. I've read 3 chapters, and this is the front, by the way. I read 3 chapters, and I'm already like a third of the way into the book. So far, it's really interesting. very fall vibes. This was a good choice for October. It's kind of spooky. The art style is delightful. The mystery is like an actual mystery, which I thought that was the case going in, but 3 chapters in and like it's just getting more mysterious and more like this is actually serious. Someone's dead. The Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew vibe isn't carrying through to the content. I don't really know how to describe it exactly. It's good so far, and I'm really liking it. Everything's ready, and I'm just waiting for the turkey to come out of the oven so that I can put dressing and veg in to bake. All right, I lost track of time there. That last hour before the meal is always like, go, 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 make gravy, do everything. But Bear is carving our turkey right now. It's mostly staying in its clothes because we're only carving for 2, so we want to keep it warm. But we're about to serve up and eat. In hindsight, Thanksgiving weekend was really not a good choice for a vlog because I think I've read 3 chapters of a graphic novel today, and that's it. So not so much reading in this vlog. But it's bedtime now, and it's an early bedtime. One of the perks of everything being at home is that we had a lovely dinner, did the dishes, had our delicious dessert, hung out for a while, and we can still be like, hey, it's 10:30 and we're going to bed. So I'm going to try and finish Fellowship of the Ring tonight. I'm reading it for the Tolkien along, which you've probably heard me mention in like every other video I have done lately, but I'm really enjoying it. I was close to finishing it Thursday night, but I actually had this moment of like, no, you know what? I love this book so much. It's so cozy and it's so lovely. I'm gonna save that for Sunday night for after Thanksgiving dinner. I meant to get up early today. I legitimately did. I went to bed early. I had a good sleep, but I guess that turkey coma hit hard. I said last night before I said goodnight that I was gonna try and finish Fellowship of the Ring. I got close. I had 3 chapters left. I read 2.5 of them last night and then just like fully passed out. So I had a very cozy morning, finished the last chapter before getting up. I absolutely loved that last few chapters of Fellowship of the Ring. We're reading The Two Towers next month in November, and it's only like October 10th and I'm already like, but I want to read it now. But I want to start now because it's so good. I feel like this read through is the first time I've really gotten those people who are like, oh yeah, I read Lord of the Rings every year. Before I was like, okay, I like Lord of the Rings, but I want to read it every year. But now I'm like, but maybe I do. Maybe I do want to read Lord of the Rings every single year. Now I have a big day of editing ahead because I have done virtually nothing for the past few days except cook, as you have seen, which was lovely, and now we have so many delicious leftovers and I'm so excited. But I have a lot of like video editing and uploading, and I want to get some captioning done maybe, which I am so slow at. I'm gonna try and get some reading in as well. I'm going to try because this is a reading vlog and I should read something. So maybe I'll sort of reward myself. Okay, 1 video edited, but it's already lunchtime and I still have so much to do. So while that exports, I'm gonna get my workout in today because I definitely need it. I feel like I always made this mistake with Thanksgiving when I was a student too. I was like, 3-day weekend, awesome. I'm gonna have so much time, I'm gonna get so much done. And then by the time like, you cook dinner and stuff, it's like, no, there's actually like less time in this weekend than a normal weekend. I'm still hopeful that like I'll get some reading in later. I definitely need to go for a walk because I haven't left the house since Friday. So I need to go for a walk this afternoon. So I will definitely listen to an audiobook while I do that. But for now, yeah, workout time. Lunch ready, video exported. I'm gonna make my thumbnail, gotta upload the video, then I'm gonna do the captioning. Hopefully I will get that done quickly. While I do the thumbnail and write the description and do all that stuff, I'm actually listening to an audiobook. I'm listening to Emma by Jane Austen, which has been on my TBR for a little while now, and I thought maybe listening will be a good way to get it out of the way because it's a very, very long book, and I really have trouble committing to long books I'm not sure I'm gonna like when I'm physically reading them, but when I'm listening to them, I'm like, 16 hours? Yes, I definitely want to listen to something for 16 hours. I don't know why that's so different. So it turns out that YouTube takes time to generate the automatic captions because I usually do it like I let them automatically generate them and then I edit those instead of typing all of it. In the meantime, I'm gonna caption another video because I'm working on a backlog. I missed some that I should have captioned when I uploaded, but I got lazy and I didn't. So I've stopped awkwardly mid-walk to update you I think I'm gonna really like Emma. I'm about an hour into the 16-hour audiobook now, and I don't think I've mentioned in this video yet, I'm reading Emma specifically because one of my favorite movies, Clueless, is an adaptation of Emma. So already I'm like totally identifying all the characters and being like, okay, I can make that link. And I don't know, I think knowing where the story is going a bit, I'm almost more engaged and like more excited to see how that happens. Oh look, very noisy car. How annoying. So yeah, it's really delightful. I mean, Emma is a horrible character at this point. Like, I'm finding it hard to assess objectively, honestly, because I'm so attached to Cher, the Emma character in the movie, that like I know she's not truly horrible, but the way she behaves is so awful. And I'm really excited to see where that goes and to see how I feel about her by the end. I was going to edit another video, but I can see that the automatic captions are now available for the video I uploaded earlier, and I like to get that done because, as I said earlier as well, I don't like doing that. So I'm gonna do those first, and then I'll edit, and I guess at some point I'll have dinner and we'll watch more Bake Off, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get this editing done in time to do some reading tonight. I'm optimistic, guys. You'll know in a second. I'll know later. Well, I was having some dinner. I went and did like all the like thumbnail stuff for the second video that I edited. So now I think, you know what? 2 videos edited, 2 videos captioned. That's enough for today. I'm going to actually do some reading. So I'm reading Bringing Down the Duke for a buddy read with Lana and Crystal. Basically, we're in our second week now, and I'm really excited to get back to it. I think I'm gonna read 3 chapters. I'm kind of spacing it out through the week so that, I don't know why, it's just way less intimidating to read 3 chapters a night than it is to be like, oh shoot, I have to read 15 chapters this week. So I'm gonna do that, and then once I finish those 3, I'm going to continue with The Case of the Missing Men. I mean, I'm like a third of the way into the book, but it's pretty speedy, so I feel like I should be able to finish that no problem tonight, and that'll be really nice. It'll be really satisfying to finish something, because I've been... What am I talking about? I finished a book this morning, but I feel like in general, like the first half of the month, I tend to start a lot of books, but then I get kind of discouraged because I'm not finishing much, and like I'm not checking things off my TBR. It would be nice to finish this. Delightful as it is, I'm loving it. I think I'll probably get the second, even though I'm only a third of the way in. I've got my coat on because honestly, you're probably gonna see this in most of my vlogs for the rest of the winter, because our apartment is freezing, but you know what? It's fine. I've got my fuzzy purple. I think I'm 19 chapters. Yes, I know I'm 19 chapters into Bringing Down the Duke, and I'm not sure. Honestly, there's parts that I like, there's parts I'm not sure about, but one thing I do really enjoy is there is such a keen emphasis on consent and an acknowledgement that that wasn't necessarily a given. It really bothers me when books or movies or whatever make everyone act like someone from now, just in period costume. I'd much rather the world feel like the past, as much as I don't know what that actually felt like. I've switched corners and oozed down the couch slightly, but just finished this one, The Case of the Missing Men. Wow, that was a mystery, all right. I really didn't know what to expect going into this, because the back says it's Nancy Drew meets David Lynch, and like, yeah, accurate. I really enjoyed this. It was spooky. It was creepy. I was definitely captivated by the mystery. I don't think I've ever read a graphic novel mystery before, but we'll definitely be picking up the sequel to this. And I'll probably also be keeping my eye out for other ones in this format, because this was really fun to read. It's not late, but it's near my bedtime now, so I think I'm gonna get ready for bed, and then I'm going to go and read some more of Samskara, which I can't remember what I've said at any point in this vlog. It's about a religious community in a village in southern India. I think I'm 20 pages in, so I'm not totally sure. And there's just been a death. And so far all I know is that like the guy who's died is kind of an outcast in the community, but he's still officially part of the community. And there's all these like intricate rules about how they have to prepare the body and do the like rites and stuff. So I'm really interested. It's totally new to me and it seems fascinating, so I'm gonna read a bit more of that before bed tonight. I hope once I've edited this that this vlog makes some sense and isn't terrible. I feel really haphazard, but if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up down below. If you'd like to see more of my videos, including a wrap up where I talk about all these books at the end of the month, then please hit subscribe, and thank you for watching.